Yo, Amy Nut's back after a bit of a while now. It's been 3 4 days, I reckon, or last Thursday. Yeah, so we finished Pokemon Legends Arceus in the last stream, and we're about to start Voice of Cards: The Forsaken Maiden, which is a sequel to the original game. Voice of Cards, I think the Dragon Raw, something like that. I can't remember the title name, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So I picked up the sequel, and let's see what you guys think of it as well. Let's quickly check the settings to see if I need to turn on like subtitles, etc. Yeah, we can have emphasis in the red. That's fine. Yeah, I want to keep all shadows on. Gain speed is fine. Customize. I mean, technically, I can put in other ones because I got all the DLC for it as well. But I think I'm gonna stick to the regular stuff. Let's quickly look at BGM as well. Keep the default. Text language, English is fine. Voice language, yeah. Okay, subtitles, subs on, perfect. Yeah, let's get into the game then. Thankfully, this game will have some voice acting in, so you guys won't have to hear me read off text, so that's excellent. Well, for the most part, you won't have to hear me reading that text, which is a change for once. Yeah, the game's playing on the Switch, so load time's probably slower than normal, and it's the first time boot up as well. But yeah, here we go.
Ah, I bid you welcome. I shall be your game master for this tale. It is a pleasure to have you. Now then, just like this, I will be using cards to draw you into the world of this story. From time to time, you may be presented with choices like this. Incorrect. It doesn't mean anything, but still. You're following along with all this, I trust? Moving on, I believe your experience of the story will be shaped in no small part by my narration. As such, I hope you'll have rather more fun keeping the sound on while you play. That said, rest assured that the game remains enjoyable without sound. My words will be subtitled, just as they are now.
Yeah, display subtitles.
With the formalities sorted, we're all ready to begin the game. My. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the waves. Oh, how very evocative. Now then, let's begin our tale. Allow me to welcome you to the world of Voice of Cards. You're about to step into the shoes of the hero of this tale as he sets forth on a grand adventure. Said adventure takes place in a remote part of the sea, in which ancient traditions are alive and well. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place as you journey to change fate's promise of untold ruin.
Yeah, I can handle it.
I believe in you. I believe your journey will be a success. And on that note, it is time for that journey to begin. May the waves see you safely across the tides.
All right.
Our story begins in a secluded grotto. The sound of the waves echoes softly across the rock walls. A solitary young man stands in front of a ship floating in the water. Brush in hand, he busies himself painting the vessel. Once he finishes his work, he decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Carve the shipwright's name. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it default, so Baron's fine. Yeah, yeah.
You carve your name in small lettering into the ship.
Oh,
A hand.
that's my name. Yeah, Baron's fine. Whatever. We'll keep it as that.
This young lad is the hero of our tale, and your window into the world.
Oh.
You are a navigator. You have spent a great deal of time repairing the wrecked ship before you, in the hopes of crafting a partner, aboard which you might sail the high seas. The sound of a wooden balk, you heave a deep sigh, and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
Oh man, I want to. Do you know what? I want to keep the name as myself. So I might. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, it's pretty. Just the tutorial stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Will it let me? 1 second. Oh, it won't let me pause the game, will it?
You need to head over to the source of the noise, so you turn back around.
Right, let's just continue for now.
The source of the noise turns out to be a young girl. The girl's name is Laddie. You attempted to bring her to a nearby village, but you're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over.
Say it's okay.
It's okay, you say in a gentle, reassuring tone. Laddie's worried expression melts away, replaced by one of relief. You move to leave the grotto, saying Laddie waves goodbye. Her forlorn smile. The young woman has lost. Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation, and you spend many quiet hours together in the grotto.
Can I get out the game? Because I don't.
The scent of the sea and you take a deep breath, and then set out for the nearby Omega village, which shares the island's name.
There we go. Menu. What I want to do, right, is not save the game. Can I quit it? There's not even an auto save. Hang on 1 second. Right, I had to restart the game because my OCD kicked in and I gotta make sure that I've got my name as the person and not Baron. So quick reset, and we'll skip through to where we were quickly because obviously we've read what's going on. Yeah, new game. Oh, I didn't even know if they're loading. Me pressing the A buttons, shuffling the cards. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Ah, I shall be your game master. It is
Let's
a pleasure to
quickly
have.
skip
Now then,
this.
just From time to time. Incorrect. You're following along with all. Moving on. I believe. As such, I hope. That said, rest assured that the game.
All right.
With the formalities sorted. My. Oh, how very. Allow me to welcome you to the said adventure takes place in a remote. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place. I believe.
Try and skip this as quickly as possible to get where we were.
It is time for that journey. Once he finishes his work, he decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Okay. What just happened? Yeah. Don't know why it does that, but. Oh, why has it done that? Get MU knots in there. That's right.
Carve your name
Perfect.
small letter
Now we can finally get to where we were.
You've spent a great deal of time preparing the wrecked ship before you. You heave a deep sigh and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
Pieces in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move in the direction you want. As you continue on your journey, your objective will change. Press the X button whenever you need a reminder of what to do. You will see cards with glowing edges on the adventure. Step onto one to trigger an event that'll move the story along. Okay, so it's saying press X, right, for the objective. Okay, that makes sense. I see, look. So you can quit as long as the either based on the first game, as long as the these cards are unfolded, if you want to call them that, you can quickly move to any step you want in one movement. So obviously I want to go here, so I would just obviously hover over that and press A, bam, and that triggers the event.
The girl's name is Laddie. You're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over. It's okay, you say, and a gentle Laddie waves goodbye. Her forlorn smile. Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation.
Right, finally.
You spend many quiet hours together in the grotto. The scent of the sea and a sense of isolation hang heavy in the air. The island is bound for ruin and has had its name since before any can really recall. This is Omega Isle. You take a deep breath and then set out for the nearby Omega Village, which shares the island's name.
Make your way east of the secret grotto to Omega Village. Yeah, okay. See, at the moment, we're fine. Nothing needs to be done here. What's this? Spirit Spire.
An old spire stands tall before you. Alas, there's little reason to go poking around within. You have arrived near the entrance of the village. You spy a shadow skulking about in the midst of a thicket. The shadows fall away to reveal a small monster. It's unusual to see one this close to the village. It might be cute, but it's still a monster and a threat. You must slay the beast before it can cause trouble or worse in the village.
Shit. This could be the intro fight. Well, they changed the battle music from the first game. Oh no, is it a remix? Yeah, yeah. Of the original battle music. It was still fire though.
Gorgeous flower beds burst with blossoms that will one day wilt and wither away, much like Omega Village itself. This is a village that has accepted its fate to be but a moment in time, destined to fade.
Okay. Make your way to the home of Omega Village's mayor. So first have a gander to see what the shops are saying.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
See what they got on offer. I think for now we should be okay. I'm more interested in the
Will that be all?
armor.
The proprietor asks. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have enough money to buy that. I think for now, yeah, I don't think we need to buy anything. I'd rather get the mercenary sword, which is 800 coins, or whatever the currency is in the game.
A lone woman diligently cleans the grounds of the Maiden Shrine. This might be the last time I see this flower bed, the boy says, gazing forlornly at the flowers. An island in want of a maiden shall fall, he mutters, to no one in particular. Home sweet home.
Yeah, why not?
You lay yourself down and close your eyes. I wish I got to be the maiden, the girl says mournfully, dressed head to toe in maiden garb, and clearly pretending to be such. How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Interesting. Accessories looking for later on.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks. The windows are closed, and it's too dark to see much inside. All sound seems to fall
Right,
away.
I think that's everything else in this place sorted, so let's go to the elder's house.
You stop in at the mayor's house and discover that he already has a guest. The two are engaged in discussion. You listen in and learn that they are troubled by monsters that have appeared near the village. and have been devouring precious stores of food. The villager sighs deeply. I suppose it's about the end for the village, they say flatly before departing the mayor's home. The man left standing in the room has a certain sagacity about him. He notices you waiting and inclines his head in greeting. His name is Grief. As the village's mayor, he spends his days dealing with all manner of happenings around town. He looks to be at a loss over the damage being caused by the monsters. It would likely be a simple matter for you to deal with the beasts.
I'll accept the
You
job,
offer
'cause
to
I'm
deal
nice.
with the monsters, and Grief replies with his thanks. You're always a big help. This is part of your daily routine. You work to sort out the village's troubles in order to procure food to eat.
Rid Amiga village and the surrounding environs of monsters. Okay. So out we go. Would it be in here? Okay, let's continue going on.
A monster has appeared before you. It holds what's left of a piece of fruit in its teeth, and its mouth moves restlessly. With a sigh, you mutter, "Let's get this over with then," and ready your weapon.
Okay, it's two of them. Number in red indicates HP. When a card's HP drops to 0, it becomes incapacitated. A card's attack is indicated in the lower left and the defense in the lower right. Give careful consideration to your and your opponent's values before acting. Okay, let me try an air thrust. Nice. Oh, yes, I'll take that. Ooh. Critical one shot. Always my favorite. And a level up would be perfect on top as well. Yeah, ho ho. Let's go.
With practiced skill, you swing your weapon. The blade flashes through the monster's throat. Merciless. Perfect aim. It would appear that you are quite accustomed to killing. You wipe the blood off your weapon. As you do, you notice a shadow in the distance. Another monster, perhaps?
Let's go in for the kill.
Silently, you creep up on the shadow and bring your blade down on it with practiced speed. But the shadow nimbly evades your strike and runs off. Whatever the shadow was, it was taken aback by your unexpected assault. It looks like it ran off in the direction of the spire near the village.
View my cards. It's literally... yeah, literally just the one card. Calm. Just go straight to the spire.
You stand before the Spirit Spire, said to have been erected to protect the island. Yet with the villagers having accepted ruination, It now stands forlorn, an edifice without a purpose. This place, so named for the spirits themselves, is one that the villagers do not enter. Despite this, you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monster, and decide to profane the place with your presence.
Another monster that retreated into the spirit spire. Alright.
There are some words etched into the door, but they are weathered and difficult to read. Worried though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open. You spy the shadow of the monster you encountered earlier. Your insight that it had taken refuge in the spire has proven a good one. The shadow notices your presence and flies off at blinding speed. You can't help but admire the rapid escape, though it looks like you're back to chasing after a shadow.
Yo. Okay. Tell you what, let's have a quick gander upstairs to see the potentially treasure chest, but that's calm. Right, he's gone up the stairs. Yeah.
You survey your surroundings, relying on the shafts of sunlight filtering in through the windows. However, you're unable to see the monster from where you are.
Ooh.
In the back of the large hall, there is an altar, which evinces a sense of deep mystery. The altar is wrought of a strange kind of stone, its surface polished smooth. It looks as though it's meant for use in some important ritual. You approach the altar to check that there are no places for monsters to hide themselves away inside it.
Who's there?
In reply to the mysterious and unidentifiable voice that suddenly rent the silence, you ask in a sharp tone, "Who's there?" You strain your ears, trying to make out the broken snippets of words echoing off the chamber walls. After speaking a word that rings familiar to your ears, Laddie. The voice it cannot be. Could you truly have heard the voice of the spirit from the Maiden's myth passed down on the island? All signs of the monster you were in pursuit of seem to have vanished. For the time being, you decide to return to the village and report your success.
Inform the mayor of Omega Village that the monsters have been vanquished. Luckily for me, I'm gonna have a quick gander here as well if there's a treasure chest. Nah, too early for that, I reckon.
When you arrive at the mayor's house, there is a young visitor already there. She looks to be making an impassioned request of Grieth. In a wearied voice, Grieth replies, There is no longer any maiden in our village. Admonished, the girl leaves the house with disappointment written across her expression. You inform the mayor that you've taken care of the monsters around town. As thanks for completing the job, the mayor hands you a basket of fruit. Oh, good, you think to yourself. Another day, another basket of fruit.
As you encounter various cards during the adventure, they are added to your collection in the menu. You can read special stories about the characters and enemies among your collected cards. Progress through the adventure and defeat the myriad, yeah, enemies in your path to collect every special story. Let's have a quick gander at the collection. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You can jump over to upward facing terrain cards. Yeah, I've already been doing that. Yeah. So there's stuff that they teach you in the first game.
You re-enter the grotto and announce your return. On a normal day, Laddie would already have zipped over to greet you. But today, nothing. You walk over to Laddie and discover that she is sound asleep. Life in the grotto is not one of creature comforts. Rather, a fair few inconveniences. You've tried several times to bring Laddie to the village, but she was adamantly opposed on every occasion. You sometimes catch glimpses of her face while she sleeps. Always it is contorted in anguish, as though she is in the throes of a terrible nightmare. You notice a bulky book lying open next to Laddie, filled with carefully drawn words and images. It seems to be some kind of picture book that Laddie made herself. You know, I confess,
Oh, what do I do? Just take a peek.
unable to overcome your curiosity, you decide to take a look at the picture book. Beside evocative images of deep forests and towering mountain ranges, Laddie has written a story patterned after the Maiden's myth. The picture book story is set in a small village replete with nature. The village enjoys the promise of peace and tranquility, thanks to the young woman born to be the Maiden. The Maiden goes before the altar to perform a ritual, which invokes the power of a great spirit to protect the village. You look over the artwork, a spitting recreation of the altar you saw in the spire, and think back on the mysterious voice. The voice claimed it was a spirit, and you're certain it spoke Laddie's name. You are so caught up in the thoughts racing through your head that you fail to notice Laddie had awakened. Laddie seems embarrassed that you've seen her book. Tears prick the corners of her eyes. If Laddie were indeed the Maiden, it would be no exaggeration to call her the very light of hope, a protective force that could save the island from its encroaching ruin. With faint expectation tightening your chest, you consider taking her to the altar in the spire.
Okay, we'll speak to her again.
You've given Laddie some of the fruit you brought back. She dreamily stuffs some of it into her mouth. Maybe she likes it. You hope so. Your stomach rumbles as you watch her. And together, the the two of you enjoy a light meal.
Hey. Just have a quick gander to see. She is. Okay. Heal. Yeah, so she's basically a mage. Yeah, mage. Yeah, definitely a mage. Mage healer type. For how much dollars do I have? Let's have a look. Oh, it's actually a good point. Yeah, okay, not enough to buy the next level equipment I need. That's calm.
You take Laddie with you and return to the spire.
Omega staff.
As you approach the entrance of the spire, the staff that Laddie clutches close begins to emit a faint light. Seeing the mysterious light, you are convinced Laddie has a deep connection to the spire. Her expression uneasy. Laddie takes hold of your sleeve with a tentative touch.
Okay.
You stand before the altar once more, bathed in an air of mysticism. The light emitting from Laddie's staff intensifies, as if indicating its destination. In response to the enigmatic voice, Laddie's staff exudes a dazzling light. A spirit appears right well. Maybe it's a spirit? It's some kind of strange stuffed animal.
The hell is that?
The stuffed toy seems to be affecting a voice of considerable gravitas and choking itself in the process. This creature is called Lack. Though you cannot be certain it speaks the truth, it claims to be a spirit. You approach, hoping to ask about the maiden. But with blinding speed, Lack zooms behind Laddie, putting her between you as a shield. You're the one from before, Lack says, quaking. It would appear that you're mistaking the creature for a monster, and doggedly chasing after it has made it rather afraid of you.
I'm not gonna give it iron sword, let's give it fruit.
You hold out an offer of reconciliation, and Lack takes it and immediately starts munching away. You're not really sure if the make good worked out, but in any event, Lack looks willing to listen to you now. You ask about the maiden once more, and Lack begins to talk a lot. It seems to enjoy doing so. Just as the maiden's myth handed down amongst the denizens of the island suggests, it explains, Laddie was indeed born to be the maiden here. However, she was unable to take up her role. This has caused no small amount of distress over the island's inevitable destiny to sink beneath the raging waves. Lack concludes with a proposal. How's about you go and meet with the other maidens and fetch the maiden's relics? As you had hoped, Laddie appears to be the key to the island's salvation. This island is not the only one home to a spirit. There are islands throughout this archipelago, and upon each dwells one of the 4 maidens who govern their own spirit.
Interesting.
The self-proclaimed spirit explains that if you bring the maiden's relics that each of these maidens possess back to this spire, Laddie will be able to become a maiden herself. Laddie shows the staff in her hand, wearing an expression that seems to say, "This is a maiden's relic." You ask, should we kill the maidens and steal the relics? Laddie shakes her head rapidly, as if to insist that you definitely should not do that. As Lack explains, each maiden has an attendant, an escort, and protector. This would make it difficult to take the relics by brute force. If Laddie becomes a maiden and performs the maiden's ritual at the altar, the island can be saved. The world-changing immensity of what you have just learned echoes in your mind. It takes you a little while to fully digest it, but it does just so happen you've been readying a seaworthy vessel for your own purposes. You accept Lack's proposal to help Laddie become a maiden.
And Lack's joined the party now as well.
So, you want me?
Yeah.
You decide to make for the spire's.
Just want to check what sort of character he is. Okay. Oh, come on. Clicked on the same thing there. I think he might be a hybrid, mixed magic attack / physical attacker. He's got 10 attack, 8 defense, 8 speed. Yeah. Okay.
Accompanied by your new allies, you make to enter the village, but Laddie seems to find something about this idea disagreeable and clings to a tree nearby, refusing to budge. "Oh, I got this one," says Lack, evidently with some kind of plan in mind. The fluffy creature begins to chant a sort of mysterious spell. Laddie's face is transformed into that of an odd old man's. Laddie touches her transformed visage.
That's actually
and then
funny.
gives a thumbs up, perhaps as if to say, "Good job, you are a god." But Laddie looks sideways at you as she walks into the village, her identity now safely hidden.
Go to our house as it's telling us.
This is your home. A desk pushed up near the wall is adorned with an unfurled map and a scattering of books. The navigation map is of your own design and depicts the various islands in this region of the sea. It contains information on the maidens of those nearby islands, culled meticulously from books and the tales of passing travelers. Before all of this, you had found yourself unable to merely sit and watch the village's decline, and so planned a voyage to seek aid from the maidens of the other islands. After popping into the back room, you emerge with a carefully polished ship's wheel and present it to your companions. It is the final piece of the ship you restored at the grotto. With it, you will finally be able to set sail on the voyage you have dreamed of for so long. You have made ready for the voyage. But before you set sail, you decide to stop in at the mayor's to say your farewells. Greeth's eyes fall over the unfamiliar face behind you. And who do we have here? You respond, a traveler, weary from a long journey. Greeth looks upon her with sympathy. Changing the subject, you explain to the mayor that you'll be leaving the village for a little while on a voyage to save the island. You felt sure that the mayor, with his love of the village, would see you off with a smile. And yet the moment you explain that you found a maiden who can save the island, his attitude changes like the fickle sea winds, and he voices opposition to your journey. This island is destined to meet its end, he says. You can practically sense him digging his feet in. You cannot fathom why he, the mayor of the village, would believe something like that. Though each of you hold the island in your hearts, you cannot reconcile the difference of opinion. Like lovers going their separate ways after an acrim, you believe that your desire to save the island will prove to be the right perspective.
Naturally, we're gonna obviously try to save the island or village. Objective: make your way to secret grotto west of Omega Village.
Your ship. Your trusted companion. Once a mere wrecked husk that you labored to bring back to life with months of sweat and toil. You climb up to the stern, and with every bit of care you can muster, you attach the wheel. The final stroke upon the canvas. At last, your ship is finished. The vessel's design is patterned after a great whale. There are a number of mismatched parts, but that particular quirk only makes you love it all the more as you look over your handiwork. You realize that your companion on this upcoming journey will need a name. What would a fitting name be, you ponder?
That's like his
Laddie
opinion.
tears a page from her book
The
and
Bon
then
Vet.
scribbles a name down on it. In her small handwriting is written, According to Lack, the words are a kind of prayer in the language of the spirits for safe passage when bidding one farewell on a long journey.
Okay.
A farewell said before you're unsure of just how much you ought to trust Lack or his skill with words. Together, you load up the Bon Bon with the
Bon
necessary
Bon.
provisions.
Ah, that's how you pronounce it.
Preparations for your departure are now finished.
Weigh
You
anchor.
throw your hands upon the ship's wheel and shout, "Weigh anchor!" with gusto. Your voyage has begun.
Alright. Seems like the game properly starts now. And the intro is sorted. Meets a mysterious maiden who's lost both her powers, blah 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 blah. Self-proclaimed spirit, tasked them gathering the maiden relics. And so they set sail to see the isles and hear their tales. The tale of departure. Finish that chapter. Next one.
Though your ship had long since forgotten the taste of seawater, it nonetheless cuts through the waves like a fillet knife through fresh fish. It is your first sea voyage. Laddie's eyes glitter as she looks out at the horizon, stretching ever onward over the endless blue expanse. She opens up your homemade navigation map, checking the locations of the islands where the other maidens live. On the island to the south of here lives a beauteous maiden garbed in azure robes, as though the sky itself is wrapped around her.
Okay.
After closing up the map, you grasp the wheel like a familiar old friend and tell the ship where you'd like to go. You now have free rein to sail across the sea as you see fit.
Okay.
New tales await you when you put into port on an island where a maiden dwells.
Sure. Venture south of Amiga Island, search the islands. Yep, that's fine. Now that your ship is complete, you can sail the seas. Your piece will automatically change on land or sea. So, okay, water enemy. This should be interesting.
Don't hold back.
These are gems. You'll need to spend them to use certain skills. You gain 1 gem whenever you take an action and can store up to 10 at one time. This icon indicates how many gems a skill costs. You can't use the skill if you don't have enough gems. Sure. We just deal normal damage to it. That's absolutely fine. Try attack. Deal damage equal to value of 3 rolled dice. Okay, that'll come in handy. Level 2 for you. Thunderbolt. Oh, yes. Surprise. Inflict attack. Oh, okay. So I can reduce enemy attack if I roll more than 4. Or let's recover 10 HP. Yo, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. How much south does it want me to go?
Don't hold back.
Okay, I'm reckoning a thunderbolt would be good. 18. Let's go, and it's weak. Unsurprisingly, one shot that, I'll take it. Some of the attacks are elemental in nature. The 6 elements are fire, water, bolt, wind, light, and dark. Cast hit more damage from elements they are weak to, and less damage from elements they're resistant against. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Knowing your enemy's weaknesses and strengths will help you choose which skills to wield to your advantage. Again, I'm thinking... it'll be Thunderbolt. That'll be okay here. Let's do try attack on this. Why not? tell you what. We're proper going south here. Still we're nowhere near the island. Okay. $15 on this week. Oh. Luckily, this little thing was faster than the opponent. Treasure discovered, Omni Slave, take that as well. Right, got all
Ahoy, matey. It's like you...
South of Amiga Island. Oh, damn it. South of Amiga Island. Yeah, it's gonna be this.
You spot something blown into the sky from a whale's spout. It looks like it might fall this way, but it's hard to make out with the sun behind it.
Catch at my arms, why
You
not?
open your arms wide. And what should fall into them but a monster? It bares its fangs, ready to take a bite out of you. You have a battle on your hands.
That's
Fight 'em
fine.
off.
Whoa, 3 of them. Okay. Perfect. Six water damage. Oh, we're fine. I reckon I should be able to kill that. Yeah, there we go. And then if I use Thunderbolt with Lati, we should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Level 5, Unshakable. Abilities or skills that confer passive effects in battle. Perfect. Cure the target of any elemental resistance status. Restore 10 HP. Okay, that's actually quite handy.
Next time, it would be good to get a better look before acting, you think to yourself.
Oh, yes, I do want to set up the ability. Okay, that is... Okay, that's fine.
Whirlpools are a common occurrence in this area of the sea.
Sure.
It doesn't seem like your ship is capable of crossing them.
Whoa, it's faster than my whole team. Would Thunderbolt work on this? That'll do. Level 5. Add value of roll to target's attack for 3 turns.
don't know what it is, but there's just something so relaxing.
Where on earth is this place? Oh, fuck. That was overkill, but I'll take it, whatever, it's good.
You discover a shipwreck.
Oh,
You climb aboard,
water stay rig.
searching for anything useful. When you return to your vessel, the shipwreck sinks silently into the sea.
I'll tell you what, I don't even know where the hell I'm going. It said south from Amiga Village. Amiga Isle. I mean, how south does it want me to go?
Ah, the great open sea.
I think it's directly going to be from there. Okay.
Don't hold back.
I'll take the one shot there. Nice, I'll take the one shot there as well. Oh, come on.
Hope you win.
Oh, we missed. More than enough. Gain immunity to curse. Perfect. And that will be a passive, I believe. Yeah. Huh. Just gonna dodge it. Hit it with your sword.
You hurry. It was a monster. It immediately dives back into the sea and swims away,
Nice.
leaving behind a scattering of coins.
It's very interesting. Gone as south as possible, to be honest. Yeah. I'm lucky I got the crit, otherwise I wouldn't have killed it. Venture south of Amiga Island, or Isle, search for the island's entrance. South. I mean, that's literally where I've gone.
Fight him off.
I mean, searching about, at the very least, it's getting me some level ups on my characters. Bro, it is... I don't even know. It started me off from here, right? Wow, let's try here.
You cross the sea.
About
and arrive
time.
at the South Isle. On the South Isle, you will hear the tale of a maiden in blue.
Weigh anchor at the South Isle and begin tale of the Azure Maiden. Yes.
Very well then. Prepare to go ashore. Bright rays of sunlight beam down onto the warm South Isle. Something about the place reminds you of the refreshing cool of the ocean.
The Azure Maiden.
After weighing anchor and docking your ship at the pier, you go ashore. Utterly exhausted from hours at the helm, you stretch your legs for a moment, then open up your map. Once you have your heading, you and the others make for the village of Coveton in the south.
Venture south the South Isle Pier and visit the nearby village. That's calm.
Okay, now let's go.
What is that?
You come across an open-air stall. A sign reads, "Goods bought here." As you peer into the stall, its proprietress calls out to you. This is an exchange shop. We'll pay good money for whatever you have. But this determines the price, she continues, revealing the die in her hand.
Oh. No. Never mind. Not worth it.
It seems she's finished buying for the day. The proprietress begins closing up shop, and you go on your way. This must be a stela of the Isle's guardian spirit. So hot, you grumble. as you use your shirt to fan yourself. Wondering how Laddie is holding up, you turn and see her squeezing a blue ball of fluff tightly. She begins to rub her cheek against it. From the elated look in her eyes, you can only guess how cooling it must feel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the sight sends shivers down your spine. Laddie, that's a monster, you shout, readying your weapon.
Oh, it's an actual boss. Will trigger each turn during this battle. That's fine. Add 2 to water damage dealt by allies and enemies. Happenstances can sometimes occur during battle. You can see the effect with the X button. Okay. Well, we're gonna go straight for a thunderbolt. Kill target. Flit attack. That's fine. Okay, absolutely hardly any damage done there. Let's go. Try attack. Okay, that's decent. That should wrap up this fight comfortably.
Good work. The village floats in the center of a cove. The gentle lapping of waves fills the air. Coveton seems like a peaceful place, far removed from conflict. As you enter the village, you're greeted by an unusual sight. A paper doll flitters about like a bird above a man's hand.
What do you say to the man? How's the paper doll moving?
The man sees your curious gazes and explains that he animates it with a magic charm. He claims that all the villagers use such spells to enrich their lives.
Is there a shrine maiden in this village?
At your straightforward question, the man appears to be at a loss for words. Now, where could she be? He murmurs. Though the maiden isn't here now, you know for certain that one lives in the village. You thank the man, then resume your search for the maiden.
Ask the villagers of Coventon, or Coveton, yeah, about Maiden's whereabouts.
The village gets so lively when the maiden is here, the man mutters, his brow furrowed with worry.
Ah.
The old woman stares intently into a crystal ball. Not ready to show me, are you? She mumbles at it. She tells you she first used magic when she divined who she would marry, nigh on 50 years ago. You can't help but admire her dedication to the craft.
Go to the inn first.
The innkeeper's eyes light up in surprise and delight. Well, well, well. To what do I owe the honor of a visit from the son of the Fortune Tellers Alliance chairman? She clearly has you confused with someone else. But on the plus side, she is extremely happy to see you. So happy, in fact, the party leaves the inn feeling rested.
Got a free rest from there. Let's go to the armorer first. See if we can stock up on better weapons. Do 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 do. Knight's chainmail, 8,000. Nowhere near it at the moment. I think we'll stick with what we have again. Need to make some more money. The game parlor.
This is the game parlor. Come play cards, the boy at reception calls.
Yeah, go on. The goal is to use your cards to get more points than other players. You get points by arranging your cards into sets of matching cards or consecutive straights. Try making a set. When the game starts, each player is dealt their hand one card at a time. Then everyone takes their actions in turn order. You're up first. Draw 2 cards from the deck. Now you have 3 cards in your hand. Select 2 that have the same number. That one and that one. When you make a set, your points equal to the sum of the numbers on the cards. For any cards left over, you can choose one to remain in your hand. This will end your turn. Next, I'll act for the other player. Okay. It's your turn next, but let me take this opportunity to explain the player screen. This is your player card. That's where you can see how many points you have. The sets you've made are here. You can have up to 3 sets at one time. You can see what you have left in your hand here. The pot is at the top. Any player can use these cards when making a set. The cards remaining in the deck is shown in the upper left. When this reaches 0, the game is over. And that's the play screen. Let's return to the game. I believe it was your turn. Okay. You can make a set up to 3 cards at the same time. As you have 3, try making a set. Right. Eight points, wow. You can make sets and cards because add numbers on them. You can only make one set per turn. Okay. So I could go 3, 3, and 4, right? No. So 2, 3, 4. Right, okay, that works. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Got that, and I switched that for... That's 4, that equals 3, so I'll change it for that. $19 points and I win. Perfect. Right, let's continue on with the story. I'm good, G. We'll move on to the next person in this area.
The woman sighs. That maiden's gone gallivanting again today. Despite being tasked with protecting the village, it seems she has quite the infamous reputation. The man tells you the village may be renowned for its magic charms, but the tasty fish caught here aren't half bad either. Face contorted in concentration, the young boy deftly folds a piece of paper into the shape of a bird. Wonder of wonders, the paper bird flaps its wings and flies about, showing you where the Maiden's shrine is.
Right, let's go to the Azure Maiden. Yep.
At the heart of the shrine, you see a young woman and man discussing something in earnest. The woman's name is Fila. She is, without a doubt, the maiden shouldering the Isle's fate. The man's name is Hyde. He is the maiden's wise attendant. Excuse me. I need to speak with the maiden, you say, interjecting yourself into their conversation. Fila whirls to you and asks, which do you think is cuter? Though you're baffled by the sudden and unrelated question, she doesn't miss a beat and shows you a seashell in each of her hands.
Where are the seashells?
You suppose the asymmetry of the shell in her right hand could be considered cute, and point to it. Fila grins. Looks like I win, she boasts to Hyde, who gives a in response. Apparently, the maiden and her attendant had wagered on which shell was cuter. You had heard about the Azure Maiden from the villagers, but now you see for yourself that she's quite the free-spirited woman. You explain to them why you've come, and ask if Fila will lend you her Maiden's relic. Despite knowing the circumstances, Hyde tells you that things just aren't that simple.
I don't. Let's go words.
You take a deep breath and prepare to persuade them when I'll let you borrow it if you help me find the pirate's treasure, Fila says. She explains that there are rumors of pirate treasure hidden within the Crystal Cave, southeast of the village.
Okay.
Pirates, you murmur. You think about it for a moment, but with little other choice, you agree to help. You never change, sighs Hyde. But Fila pays him no mind as she prepares to embark on the adventure.
Oh, is she gonna join me? Oh, snap. The maiden and attendants you'll befriend during your journey have fixed armor and weapons. Right. Lucky for you, there are all sorts of stuff to transport you on the adventure. Yeah, go on. This is the inn. Rest here to recover your party's HP. This is the armorer. Here you can purchase weapons and armor to help you endure the dangers of battle. This is the accessory shop. Here you can purchase rings that will aid you in battle. This is the item shop. You find many useful items here for your adventure. Or this is the game parlor. Come here to play some card games when you need a break from your travels. That about sums it up. These establishments are here to help you, so don't be a stranger. Sure. In fact, what level is Fila? 6. That's actually fine. Wait, we can have 4 people in the main party now. It was usually only 3 in the original. That's interesting. One defense. Do you know what? Whatever. Let's continue on. I think we're pretty decent leveled across the team as it is.
A well-maintained fishing boat sits anchored in the water. You glance at the catch on board and deem it acceptable.
Right, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go on my own boat, aren't I? Of course.
All right, things have taken a very lively turn, haven't they? Don't hold back.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Do you know what? Let's try Thunderbolt here. Raincoat. Deal dark damage. No, they're gonna be able to deal with that. Water damage to all enemies. Go on, let's give this a go. Maidens and their attendants can join their powers and use link skills together. If one of them is KO'd, paralyzed, frozen, or sealed, the skill will be temporarily unavailable. They cost more gems than normal skills, so make sure you save up enough to use them. Sure. Requires 5. Okay, so she can heal decently, and it's got freeze as well. Okay. 7. recovers HP after each battle. Interesting. Southeast.
You spy a parcel on the roadside. As you pick it up, you are enveloped in a wonderful aroma. Inspecting the parcel, you read its intended destination was Coveton. You know not its contents, but will you complete its delivery? You decide to deliver it on your way, and tuck the parcel into your bag.
Right, so someone then, isn't it? Okay.
A well-to-do looking old man calls out to you. Care to try your luck?
Let's try it, look.
You decide to tempt fortune. The old man says that if you can roll a higher number than specified, a meager roll will require you purchase the prize from him at an inflated price. Now then, let's begin. Today's prize is... The old man pulls something from his bag.
2 or higher. Oh, yeah, let's venture the roll. Let's venture the
You
roll.
take a die from the old man and give it a squeeze. It's do or die.
I got it.
Your wager with the old man goes up.
Just
He hands you your
about.
prize and says, "This is only the beginning," before taking his leave.
Just about.
Okay, hold up. You have to return to your ship if you want to head out to sea.
There is Crystal Cave. Let's be at least level 3. Yeah, well above there. We're double the level threshold, so we should be fine.
The Crystal Cave teems with the stones that your party and Fila have become fast friends on the road to the cave. Though Laddie seems somewhat nervous to finally have a female friend her age, she looks happy nonetheless. The loose-lipped Fila tells you all sorts of details about her life, including the fact that she and Hyde are lovers. Hyde seems on edge about her blasé divulgences. You give him a pat on the shoulder, quietly sympathizing with him.
Let's go to the right first, and the enemy immediately comes in. That's fine. Don't think Thunderbolt's gonna do anything here. 21. Weak. Okay, excellent. Not worth it yet. Freeze. Critical freeze. Take that. Self heal. Self heal. Is that a passive skill? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, it's actual skill. Looks like there's absolutely nothing here. that to me. It doesn't look like freeze will do anything there, so we're gonna stab it. Thank goodness for that. What am I playing? This is Voice of Cards, mate.
You can see what looks like a chest within the shadows on the opposite bank. Unfortunately,
It's a card RPG game. The whole game's played through cards. Snap. Yeah, the whole game is just emphasized through cards. That's what it is. This is part 2. I played part 1 last year. It was actually quite good. Like, yeah, it's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, I know. United doing United things as always. Score 2 goals, get pegged back. Luckily, we actually took 3 points for once. But yeah, Liverpool gonna win the league. Liverpool gonna win the league. Oh snap! All allies hit critical hits.
magnificent.
Okay. Yo, those criticals save me.
You come across a large boulder. You aren't sure where it fell from, but some of it is submerged in the waterway and is obstructing the water's flow.
Push it.
The 5 of you rally together, then push, and...
Nice, open up new path for me.
The boulder sinks into the water, stopping its flow completely. It looks like you have a new path to tread now. Fila hugs Hyde in her excitement.
He blushes in embarrassment and reminds her that others are watching. At their public display of affection, Laddie covers her face with her hands, but peeks at them through her fingers.
Okay. Cards afflicted with poison take 1 to 6 points of damage at fixed intervals. At least it's not every turn. Well, it might be every turn actually, but that's fine. I think we should be able to take them out in one series of hits. Add a value of roll. Target's attacks for 3 turns. Well, whatever. We'll just hit it with normal. So I don't think Thunder will be weak to it.
Fortune favors the bold.
I think we're fine here as well. Water damage. Let's do it. I got a critical. Perfect. $19.70. I reckon I should be able to take that one out first. Okay, let's go for it. Nice.
Congrats.
Does level up ain't coming as frequent now? Where am I?
And fight.
Thunderbolt is super effective against this thing here. So should be able to kill it with one shot. This other thing, if I had fire attack, I'm pretty certain. We'll try wind on it actually. If I've got wind, I don't want to. Okay, that's. The normal stuff should kill it. That looks like a complete. Ah, maybe not. Enter the cave depths. Yep. Oh, there should be a slaughter.
magnificent.
Congrats.
Finally level up. Blizzard. Okay. There's the chest. Multiply gold by victory by times
Show
2.
'em what you got.
Let's try Blizzard. Critical. Oof. Nice level up there.
Just as you're about to open the chest, Fila interjects. I didn't tell you, but they say the treasure is protected by the pirate's ghost, she admits with a tremble in her voice. Laddie's face goes pale, and she squeezes Lack in her arms. The poor thing looks like it's in pain. I'm just kidding, Fila says cheerfully. Who goes there? A voice. You sense a dangerous aura in the shadow of the chest.
Oh, we got a boss now.
Prepare for battle.
Whoa, 90 HP. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Add 3 to all allies' recovery rate. I think what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna... What? Okay, thank goodness it's a 10. See how much damage that does. 8 only. Oh, it resists that. It resists that. He's gonna resist dark damage as well. I know it already. See an air thrust or something. Okay. Oh. And he's poisoned as well. This is not good. God damn it. Freezer's not going to do anything as well. Oh, this is a risk spot. Let's do it. Did absolutely nothing. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's for me. Yeah, he's specifically going. Yeah, he's gone. Oh my days. You need to heal. Absolutely. I'm not on my days. He's recovering HP every turn. Let's see what Thunderbolt does then. Absolutely nothing. Right, let me go back.
Fortune favors the bold.
Hit a 400 dice roll again. Oh.
Oh hey, don't worry. Their coffin card.
Okay. Do I have one of those though? Yeah, let me bring him back. Right, finally we can go for the big attack.
Magnificent.
Right, let's go water on him now. I should have probably gone in to hit it. That's fine. Freeze, freeze, freeze. That does absolutely nothing. There we go, sorted.
Congrats.
That's got to be a couple of level ups, right? Okay.
After the battle, you finally reach what looks to be pirate treasure. Your hearts race in anticipation as you open the chest to find hundreds of colorful seashells filling it to the brim. The room falls quiet as everyone's after a long moment of sulking. You feel Laddie tug on your sleeve. She points to the rocky wall behind the chest. Upon closer inspection, you realize that there's a crevice just wide enough for a person to squeeze through.
Oh, there's more to explore here. Interesting. What's this?
A droplet of water falls. Once the ripples upon the surface still, it feels as though time stops. All falls quiet. A beautiful underground lake. Your collective breaths are taken away as you gaze upon the dazzling sight. The lake's light reflects in Fila's eyes. "I'm so happy we can see this together," she whispers. Though you had come to the cave in search of treasure, you return to Coveton, basking in the afterglow of such a marvelous discovery.
We sailed the seas and saw wondrous sights with our adventurous Azor ally. Lati gained memories of friendship.
You arrive back at Coveton safe and sound. Ta-da, Fila says suddenly, pulling a crystal out of her pocket. Apparently, she took it from the cave so that Hyde could make them matching couples charms. With a sigh, her attendant agrees and says he will need to borrow the proper tools from the accessory shop.
Head to the accessory shop. But first things first. Let's go to the armory. Or armora. I should probably sell as well, actually. Because I've got a couple of small nuggets, is it? Items. Little golden nugget. $8,000. That's definitely not worth it. What I'll do is I'll do that. Buy and equip. And then what I'll do to raise my defense back up is... Oh, let me get out of here. There we go. Back at it.
Hyde asks you to wait outside while he enters the shop. Fila strikes up a conversation with Laddie while awaiting the other's return. The endless all Fila seems to talk about is Hyde. Nevertheless, Hyde returns, completed couples charms in hand. The crystal charms look as impressive as any you would find in a shop, but Hyde's expression is grim. Apparently, Fila takes one of the charms with a forlorn smile. I'll wear it to the Maiden's ritual, she says quietly. Hearing the carefree woman speak of the goal of your journey, you can't. Fila explains that she'll be You wonder if it's all right for them to be gallivanting around. As promised, I'll let you borrow the relic, Fila says, changing the subject. But it's far too important for me to just hand it over to you. Though it's obvious she's just looking to have some fun. You have no choice but to accept the new term. With the Maiden's relic finally secured, you and your unexpected new allies make for the Spire.
Tell you what, that... Oh, right, she's got that permanently. I see. I see. That's fine. 2110. Yeah, 211087. Absolutely fine. I think save the game. I think this is probably a good place to stop for today. Yeah, I think it's been a good first episode. We made some progress, met the first Maiden that we're looking for, and yeah, we'll continue with this tomorrow. So yeah, until then,